Guys, please check your audio and video settings. Guys, please check your audio and video settings, please. Yeah, I think everyone remembered. Yesterday we discussed Spring JDBC provides abstraction on plain JDBC and simplifies plain JDBC programming. Everyone got the clarity? In that process, we discussed limitations of plain JDBC, advantages of Spring JDBC, right? Okay, Spring JDBC internal uses plain JDBC. Hibernate also internal uses JDBC. Everything internal uses JDBC for a database interaction, right? So can we say JDBC is outdated? No. Can we say JDBC is outdated in any angle? Really, we cannot say JDBC is outdated in any angle. Understanding my statement, guys? Spring FS, Spring JDBC done. Okay. Total, how many approaches are there to work with Spring JDBC, guys? 5 approaches are there. What are the most regularly used approaches? JDBC template and named parameter JDBC template. Okay. Why simple JDBC template is removed from Spring 4.x? The features of simple JDBC template is working with the generics and Verax. So those features are added in JDBC template itself in Spring 3.x version. That's why from Spring 3.x simple JDBC template is deprecated. In Spring 4.x this has been removed, guys. It has been removed. Lastly, to work with any of these approaches, we need connection. So how many types of connections are there? 2 types of connections are there. One is direct connection, other one is pooled connection, right? One is a direct connection, other one is pooled connection. Got the clarity, guys? So to work with the pooled connection, we need a data source. So pooled connection is good. Yeah, tell me in your Spring project, what is the connection that you have used? Can we say I have used pooled connection given by driver manager data source? No. Yesterday I have given clarity, it is not a connection pool. It never thinks about reusing existing object. It always creates new connection every time. That's why working with the driver manager data source is a wrong answer. Then what is the correct answer? If your Spring project is standalone project, prefer working with what, guys? Standalone connection pool like Hikari CP, Apache DB CP, C3P0, Vibur, okay, Proxul, etc., etc. What is best among them? Hikari CP is the best among them. If your connection, if your Spring application is web application like Spring MVC kind of application, then prefer working with what? Server managed JDBC connection pool. What guys? Server managed JDBC connection pool. That's it, guys. Okay, super. Shall we get into the next level discussion? Nice. FS Spring JDBC. Spring JDBC. Today we are going to deal with JDBC template, guys. October 7th. October 7th. Here we are going to discuss about JDBC template. Yeah, shall we concentrate? Yeah. This is central class in Spring JDBC programming, because all approaches directly or indirectly uses this class, while developing persistence logic using Spring JDBC module. If you are working with the Spring JDBC module, directly, indirectly, this class has to be used, guys. This class is designed based on template method design pattern. Okay. Which says common logics will be taken care automatically. Come on. Automatically. So programmer has to take care only application specific logics. Programmer has to take care only application specific logics. Okay, listen guys, you are traveling in a bus. You have to take care of both main luggage and hand luggage. You are traveling in a train. You have to take care of both main luggage and hand luggage. But if you are traveling in a flight, you go to airport, hand over the main luggage. Okay, airport people, airplane people will take care of main luggage. You have to just worry about hand luggage. Okay, when you reach the destination, they will give up main luggage to you. Okay, along with the hand luggage, you will take the main luggage. I think you are getting my point there or not there. Working with the plain JDBC is like traveling in bus or train bus. Along with the hand luggage, you have to take care of main luggage. Okay, working with the Spring JDBC or JDBC template is like what? Traveling in the aeroplane. So you have to take care of only hand luggage. Main luggage will be taken care by aeroplane department. Process is set everywhere. You go to airport, hand over main luggage, take care of hand luggage. Again, reach the destination, they will give what? Main luggage, and you will go to home by taking the main luggage. So you are least bothered about how to take care of main luggage throughout the journey. So that part will be taken care by what? Aeroplane department people. Are you enjoyed my statement, guys? Right. That's why it is called template method design pattern. What pattern, guys? Template method. Template method says, hey class, you take care of common logic and leave specific logics to the programmer. Array, letter templates are there in MS Word. Common content will be there in the template by default. You should write subject and content as needed. You should write subject and content as needed. Understanding my statement? Okay. Super. Yeah. Now listen. Yeah. Data source object representing JDBC connection pool must be injected to JDBC template class object. Okay. As a dependent object. Either through setter injection or through constructor injection. Okay, what is good, guys? Data source object injection in JDBC template is mandatory. Mandatory means what? Okay, guys. Understanding my point, guys? Right, guys. What is recommended? Constructor injection is recommended. Constructor injection is good. Either through setter injection. Array, data source injection to JDBC template is a good practice or bad practice? Is a good practice or bad practice? Understanding my point? Is a good practice or bad practice? Is a good practice. Why? Array, mandatory means what, guys? Mandatory means constructor injection. Optional means setter injection. Everyone getting my point here, guys? Everyone getting my point here, guys? Come on. Right, boss. Okay, guys. Now listen. We inject JDBC template to template class object to DAO class object. DAO class object to use it for persistence operations. Ultimately, the sample code looks like this, guys. Here is our application context.xml, my dear. Right? Okay. Beans ... Here is what? Bean ID, DRDS. If you don't like DRDS, take something else. I don't have any problem. Okay. Suppose I am taking HKDS, Hikari CPDS. Class is equal to some package dot Hikari data source. What, guys? Hikari data source. Here JDBC properties injection as usually, boss. JDBC properties injection as usual. End of the bean tag. Cool. Now listen. Bean ID. Bean ID. Tell me, guys. Template. Class is equal to org.sf.jdbc.datasource. Hikari data source. Constructor-arg name data source ref is equal to HKDS. End of the bean tag. Next, bean ID. Bean ID. Tell me. Employee DAO. Array, some DAO class, boss. Class is equal to. Right now, class is equal to. Let us assume com.nt.dao. Employee DAO IMPL. Array, some DAO class. Constructor-arg. Constructor-arg. Name is equal to. I'm assuming property name is JT. I'm assuming property name is JT. Ref is equal to template. Definitely injects. End of the bean tag. Cool. Here is what? End of the bean tag. Are you listening my statement, guys? Data source is injected to what? JDBC. 1 minute. It's my mistake. Here it should not be Hikari data source. It should be JDBC template, guys. It should be JDBC template. Everyone getting my point here, guys? Okay. Fine. Ref HKDS, ref template. Here is HKDS. Are you there with me, boss? Are you there with me, boss? Yes. Data source is injected to what, guys? JDBC template. JDBC template is injected to DAO. So listen, why data source should be injected to JDBC template? Array, it has to internally establish the connection with a certain database software. So if you don't have clarity which database you want to talk, how it can establish the connection with the database software? Anyhow, when data source object is created, internally points to connection pool. That connection pool contains connection object of certain database software. Based on that, JDBC template decides the destination database software or not. So JDBC template injected to DAO means indirectly DAO also deciding the destination database software based on the template. Template is deciding based on the data source object that is injected. Everyone got the clarity here, guys? Come on. Okay. Right. Sample employee DAO IMPL class. Nothing but DAO class, guys. How does this class looks? Because this is predefined. This is also predefined. This is user defined. We should know how to concentrate, how to work with that or not. Public class, employee DAO IMPL. Generally, we implement what? Interface, employee DAO. Here what we do, guys? Private JDBC template, JDBC template JT. Okay, guys, JDBC template JT. Okay, here is what? Array, JDBC template internally take care of what? N number of common logics and lets you to develop application specific logic. That's why we should inject JDBC template. Come on. Public employee DAO IMPL. JDBC template JT, this dot JT is equal to JT. Yes, because I have chosen constructor injection, that's why here also one constructor is taken. Here also constructor is taken, guys. Super. Right. Now here methods will be there. Lot of methods. It's a sample code only. Methods in DAO class. Okay, guys. In DAO class. Yeah. Methods in DAO class using JDBC template class object. Object methods. Method to send and execute the queries. To send and execute the SQL queries. Cool, guys. So now the question is, JDBC template will take care of what? Common logics, makes the programmer to worry about only application specific logic. That's really cool. Really cool, guys. But listen carefully. What are the methods we are having to execute these application specific logic? Recollect yesterday's code. Everyone should focus, guys. While working with the Spring JDBC code, create JDBC template class object injecting data source object that we have done. Okay, sending and executing SQL query, our responsibility. Gathering results and processing results is our responsibility. These application specific logic. To do this work, JDBC template should provide some methods or not. JDBC template definitely should think about providing some methods. What do you say, guys? So shall we discuss about various methods of JDBC template, boss? Please be active. Various methods of JDBC template, guys. Come on. Right. Various methods in JDBC template class. Okay. These methods are given to send and execute SQL queries in database software, and also to get the results of query execution. To get the results of query execution. Right, boss. Now listen. Use query comma query for XXX methods to send and execute select SQL queries. Select SQL. Select queries, ra babu. Use update method. We have one method called update method to send and execute non-select SQL query. Non-select SQL queries. I think you might have studied what is the non-select SQL queries, guys. Insert, update, delete queries are called, guys, non-select SQL queries. What queries, guys? Non-select SQL queries. One by one we will discuss, guys. One by one we will discuss. Example 1. If SQL select query is giving, how we will discuss later. If SQL select query is giving single value, then use query for object method. Query for object method. Example. Select count star from EMP. Select array. How many values you will get, guys? One value. Example 2. Case 1. Yeah. Example 1. This is example 2. We'll see practicals also. Don't worry. Okay. I'm just trying to say what are the different methods we are having. Select ename from EMP where EMP NO is equal to question mark. Let us assume that question mark is single value. What is that single value? 7499. Tell me, the employee numbers are unique numbers, right? Having this unique number, how many employees will be there? One employee. So that how many employee names will come? One employee name will come. So indirectly, we are going to get single value only now. Indirectly, we are going to get single value only now, boss. Indirectly, we are going to have single values only now. In that situation, go for query for object method. Case 2. Case 2. If SQL select query is giving, if SQL select query is giving, come on guys, is giving single row, then use query for map method. What method, guys? Query for map method. Let's see, guys, what is that? Example 1. Select star from DEPT where DEPT NO is equal to question mark and that question mark is 10. Tell me, guys, how many departments I will get for this query? One department I will get. How many departments I will get, guys? One department I will get. Are you with me, boss? Why I will get one department? Tell me. Array, DEPT NO is a unique column. Unique column means unique values will be there. Having 10, how many departments will be there? 1. Since I said star, since I did star, I will get one row, one complete row, right? Okay, guys. How that row? Query for map method will give map object like this. Query for map method returns the map object, guys. Map object. This map object contains what, guys? Keys and values. This map object contains what, guys? Keys and values. Here are my keys, here are my values. This map object contains keys and values. Tell me, guys, DEPT NO 10. Next, DName. What are those, guys? DName. So IT department. Array, 1 record, 1 map object. 10 record, 10 map objects. Understanding my statement. Location. Hyderabad. Okay, if any other information is there, other information. I think DEPT table is having. I think DEPT table is having only 3 columns. Fine, no problem. Only we will get 3 values. Yes, boss. Here are the keys. Here are the values. Done. Yeah, if query is giving, this is for single value, this is for single row. Case 3. Case 3. If the SQL query, SQL select query is giving, if the SQL select query is giving multiple records, guys, then use query for list method. Query for list method. Are you noticing it? If it is plain JDBC, any query, first you will get result set object, later you have to convert into other models. But here you observe query for object directly coming into object, query for map directly coming into map object, query for list directly coming into list collection. So you need not to do conversions, guys. Automatically result set is generated, records are gathered from result set, converted into collections and given that one. So burden on you is definitely reduced or not? Definitely burden on you is reduced, no doubt in that. Okay. Select star from DEPT. Or I'm trying to get all the collections, all the departments, guys. Okay, now tell me what happens. This is the list collection, guys. List object. Very interesting. Map object, map object, map object. Let us assume there are 4 departments. Okay, there are 4 departments. Map object, guys. Map object, guys. Map object, guys. Map object. Right. Each map object looks like this. Array, 1 map object, 1 record. 10 map object, 10 records. These map objects will be elements of list object. Array, Java collections allows any object as element, boss. Right. Actually, I'm not giving 10 map objects will come representing 10 records, and each map object looks like this. Each map object looks like this. Are you getting my point there or not there? Yes. There will be n map objects, okay, representing n selected records, n selected records of select SQL query. Select SQL query. SQL query as the elements of list object. As the very surprising now, boss. List collection having map collection as the element. Very surprising combination or not? Very, very surprising combination or not? Are you understanding my point? Case 4. Case 4. If the SQL query is insert or update or delete query, then use update method. What method, guys? Update method. Seriously, we need to think about working with what? Update method. Any insert query, guys. Insert into student values. Some question mark. Okay, let us assume 4 columns are there. Hooray, how many columns? Any query on any table, not a problem. Update student, set SADD is equal to question mark, where SNO is equal to question mark. Next, delete delete student. Okay, where SADD is equal to question mark. For this kind of queries, we have to think about working with update method. Which method, guys? Query for object, query for map, query for list. These are the update method. Okay, guys. Now listen. Queries execution using JDBC template, using KB template can be done in two ways. Can be done in two ways. Okay. Number one, using direct methods. Using direct methods. Using methods supporting callback interfaces. Yesterday also I talked a little bit about callback interfaces, right? Okay, direct methods. These methods are like query for map, query for list, query for object, update, and etc. Update and etc. Come on. To get results in fixed formats. To get the results in fixed formats. These methods supports callback interfaces. Yesterday I said, PG hostel example. Hostel is good so that you can focus on your professional life or student life. But taste is not good. If hostel says, as long as you are happy with the food, take our food. Otherwise, we'll provide small kitchen in your room. You can cook and eat the food. So then you will prefer staying in hostel only, because everything happens time to time. Same thing. If you are happy with the outputs given by direct method, use them. If you are not happy with the output given by direct methods, if you are not happy with the output given by direct method, don't spare. Don't spare. So go for callback interfaces. Okay. To generate customized results. Customized results. To simply generate customized results, guys. So now I would like to develop my example application. Right. So shall I start the practicals of this one? Okay. What is my, guys? Okay. Okay. All right. I will take client application. Yeah. Wantedly, I'm simplifying the process, guys. Actually, controller also should be taken, but to focus more on DAO class, because Spring JDBC is purely there for persistence logic. Purely there for persistence logic, right? Okay, to focus more on persistence logic, I'm avoiding controller. I'm just taking service class, and technically speaking should be there. But for our comfort, to spend more time on what? Persistence class, I'm taking directly DAO class, database software. So when you develop serious project, real-time mini project, I will introduce controller also. But to spend more time on DAO class, not on other layers, I'm just reducing controller so that we can focus more on DAO. Understanding my statement, guys? Yeah, DAO contains what? Persistence logic. This contains what? Business logic. This contains business logic. Shall we start the process? Step number 1, create Maven project. Take our key type as Maven hyphen or key type hyphen quick start. Okay, quick start. Quick start. Adding Spring context support. Okay, Spring JDBC, OJDBC 6 or 7 or 8.jar files to build to pom.xml. Come on, guys. Jar files to pom.xml. Shall we start doing that work? Yes. Close editors. Achha, one more thing, guys. I decided not to work with driver manager data source. So I should think about even adding what? Hikari CP jar file also. Hikari CP jars also I have to think. 8 comma Hikari CP jar files to build path. What, guys? Jar files to build path. Fine, boss. Right. This is step number 1. Shall we start doing that work, guys? Are you with me? Please be active in the chat box. Can I proceed? Maven project, guys. Say next. Maven hyphen or key type hyphen. What is this? Quick start. Maven hyphen or key type hyphen quick start. Done. Say next. Tell me, guys. JDBC pros 1. I'm changing my one. JDBC pros 1. JDBC template. Okay. Direct methods. XML configurations. What configuration? XML configuration. Initially, I am giving through XML configurations. Okay. Where is the JDBC pros 1? When 10 number comes, some confusion is coming. Order is going in a zigzag manner. So that's why I'll take this one as JDBC pros 1 like this. 01 I will take, guys. I will take this one as a 01. Yes, boss. Yes. Go to pom.xml. Go to pom.xml. Change Java version. Are regular one, Babu. Regular. 15. Save it. 15, save it. Right click, guys. Maven update the project. Done. Go to pom.xml, guys. Yes, here is my dependency tag. This is my mvn repository.com. Spring context support. I am adding it. 5.3.0. Save, paste. Next. OJDBC 8.jar. Okay, now listen. Second one is doing well, guys. Second one is doing well. 19.3. Done. Spring JDBC. Array JDBC template is there in what? Spring JDBC. Done. 5.3.10. Say paste. Next, Hikari CP. Hikari CP. Yeah, Jaxer. Take the Jaxer. Don't take Hibernate one. Jaxer. Jaxer is the company name, guys. 5.0. Say paste. So these are the jars that you should add, boss. In pom.xml, this we have to place in pom.xml. Done. Right click, new package. com.nt. Okay, DAO. New package. com.nt.service. New package. com.nt.cfcs. com.nt.cfcs. Fine. DAO interface, guys. DAO interface. Okay, I want to target on predefined table EMP, boss. In Oracle, we have a predefined table employee. Na? iEmployee DAO. Nice. iEmployee DAO. Super. I'll take a small, simplest example first. Right. Public void. Simplest example I will take, guys. Public int. Public int. Get employees count. Get employees count. Done. Simple one. I'm taking one more thing, guys. Class. Employee DAO IMPL. Interfaces. iEmployee DAO. Save finish. iEmployee DAO save finish. Super, guys. Here, what I want to inject, my dear, JDBC template. JDBC template. This injection is mandatory or optional? Mandatory. When it is mandatory, I should think about going for setter injection or constructor injection. Constructor injection. Please be active. Okay. JDBC template JT. This dot JT is equal to JT. Right now, boss? Right. And you will be surprised, guys. Other day, we have written JDBC code in the plain JDBC code in the DAO class. We gathered the connection, we prepared the statement object, lot of hangama we have done. Today you observe, all queries will be placed in the DAO class at the top, guys. Private static final string, get underscore employees underscore count. Select count star from. Select count star from EMP. Query also ready, boss. Now listen, guys. Here I am taking into count is equal to JT dot query for object. JT dot query for object. Right. Look at the second one, guys. Query for object. What is our query? Okay. In the query from is missing, I am updating that. What is our query? Query for object. Query is the first. Second one is very interesting, guys. Second one is very interesting. Second parameter. You are expecting result in which form? Integer, long, float, double. I am expecting result as an integer value. Integer dot class. Wrapper type you have to mention. Object of Java dot lang dot class you have to mention. You don't believe work is done. Work is done. Seriously, sir? Yes. For example, here plain JDBC is there. Then what should I do? We inject a data source, getting connection one line, creating prepared statement object one line, executing query, getting result set object one line, processing result set and getting numeric value one line. In fact, 3 lines. Okay, 7 lines have come. Exception handling one line. So total how many lines of code? 8 lines of code. Here how many lines of code I have written? 1 line of code. Why? Because all common logics are internally happening or not? All common logics are internally happening or not? Are you feeling the abstraction? Are you feeling the abstraction or not? Sir, can you tell me what actually internally happening, sir? I'm very much excited to know. When query for object method is called on a JT, it will collect the injected data source object. Take it. Okay, from that data source object, gets one connection object from connection pool, gathered by calling ds.getConnection method. Using that connection object, it creates one prepared statement object, passing the given SQL query, passing the given SQL query as the pre-compiled query. A prepared statement object will be created having given query as the pre-compiled query. Created. Prepared statement object executes the query. Executed. We got a result set object. Yes, we got it. All these are internally happening, boss. What is the required type? Integer. So it internally calls result set object dot get into method to get the query execution result. And that will be written back to the client. That will be written back to the method as the return value of query for object method. Lot of hangama it is doing internally or not? Lot of hangama it is doing. Are you feeling the abstraction or not? Wrapper type is required type, Vinith. You want result in which type, which model? Query for object. Result can come in any way, any type. You want in which type? Integer type. Required type. Suppose if I take a long, you have to collect in long. If I take a short, I have to collect in short. If I take what? Double, I have to collect this as a double. This is required type. What are the parameters here? Query, comma, required type. You want result in which type? Required type. I think you enjoyed this statement, guys. Step number 2. Develop DAO interface and implementation class. This is my DAO. Right now I'm taking one method. In future, I will add more methods. Don't worry. This is DAO interface, guys. This is DAO IMPL class. This is DAO IMPL class. Right. Once again, when this method is called, it will gather injected data source object. Using data source object, it gets the connection object from connection pool. I will write also, don't worry. Connection object from connection pool. Next, using that connection object, it creates prepared statement object by taking given query as the pre-compiled query. Executes the query, gets the result set object. Based on the type integer, it will call rs.getInt method, gets the query execution result as integer value. When this query executes, I will get result set object having one value. So that value is taken as integer value and written back to the method. Written back to the method. Understanding my statement, guys? Simply it written back to the method, guys. And that method is returning to service class. Super. Step number 3. Develop service interface and service IMPL class. Service interface and service IMPL class. New interface. Tell me. Employee management service. To give the feeling, it's the interface. Employee management service. Next class. Employee management service IMPL. Interface. Employee management service. Done. Okay, guys. Yeah, tell me what should I inject here? DAO. Private employee DAO. Employee DAO is equal to this dot DAO is equal to DAO. Super. Right, guys. But first of all, in the interface, I have to write a method declaration. Public int. Okay, fetch employees count. And right now, no business logic to perform, boss. So that's why this method happily calls the DAO method as it is. All these are new na? This kind of coding we have already done in layered applications or not? Come on. Using DAO class object in service class. Are you feeling new? Maybe working with the JDBC template is new, right? DAO.get employee count, return count. That's it, guys. So this is my service interface, guys. Done. This is my service interface, guys. This is my service IMPL class, guys. Service IMPL class. Next, step number 5, develop Spring Bean configuration file. Develop Spring Bean configuration file. Okay. Right click, others. Here is my Spring Bean configuration file, guys. In this place, application context.xml, guys. Beans is enough, boss. No need of any special namespace. Data source configuration. Data source configuration. Bean ID. HKDS. Hikari CPDS. Right. Here is my Hikari data source. Property name, driver class name. Arikil dot. Luckily, what properties are there in what? Driver manager data source, same properties are there here also. Arikil driver. Property name, URL, JDBC URL. JDBC colon, Arikil colon, thin colon, localhost colon, 1521 colon, exe, guys. Property name, username, value is equal to system. Property name, password, value is equal to manager. Value is equal to manager, guys. Right? This has to be injected to what, guys? JDBC template. Why JDBC template? JDBC template internally should establish the connection, should send and execute the given queries to database. How does it know which database software? Based on the data source object that you have injected, right? Bean ID. Bean ID template. Class is equal to JDBC template. Super. Then after that, constructor-arg, property name data source, ref is equal to HKDS. Okay, it is what? JDBC template configuration. Lastly, DAO class configuration. Bean ID, EMP-DAO, class is equal to employee DAO IMPL, constructor-arg, name is equal to, what is that? Name is equal to template. Name is equal to JT. Ref is equal to template. Why name is equal to JT, guys? Why name is equal to JT? In the DAO class, what is the property name? JT only, na? What is the parameter name? JT. What is the property name? JT. That's why. Come on. In predefined classes, these are the property name. In JDBC template, this is the property name. Right. Next, service class configuration. Bean ID, tell me. EMP service. Class is equal to employee service IMPL. Done. Constructor-arg. Name is equal to DAO. Ref is equal to EMP-DAO. Come on, guys. Data source to JDBC template, JDBC template to DAO, DAO to service. Right. Done, boss. This is our application context.xml. Application context.xml. Step number 6. Develop the client application. Simply think about developing the client application. Shall we develop the client application, guys? New class. JDBC template test. Some name, guys. JDBC template test. main method is there. First, what is this? Create IOC container. Class path XML application context CTX. New class path XML application context of com/nt/cfz/ application context.xml. Get Spring Bean class object. I mean to say service class object. I mean to say service class object. I mean to say service class object. Fine, boss. Right. I employee management service. Service is equal to ctx.getBean EMP service. I employee management service dot class. Super guys. Are you listen? JDBC template, all exceptions are unchecked exceptions. Unchecked exception. Do I need to do exception propagation, guys? No. Do I need to do explicit propagation? Do I need to catch and handle exception? No. Everything happens automatically. That's why observe in the DAO class, did I write any try-catch blocks? Service level, anywhere I'm writing? No. But the client application is the last one in the layered application, guys. Here better to catch and handle the exception. Here better to catch and handle the exception. Because remaining place, since exceptions are unchecked exception, automatical exception propagation takes place. Though you are not catching and handling. But here, last one is the client one. Here you have to catch and handle. Otherwise, you cannot present problem to the end user, guys. Okay, sys out. Employees count. Service dot fetch employees count. Right. Listen, guys. The most common exception is in Spring J, the topmost class in the exceptions of Spring JDBC is DataAccessException. Okay, DAE dot print stack trace close container CTX dot close. Yes, guys. My EMP table might be having nearly 15 plus records. Let's check whether they are coming or not. Let's check whether they are coming or not. Employees count is 21. Yeah, 21 records are there. We are getting it. But see the beauty. See the beauty. Are a service client are regular. See the beauty. We have to write 8 to 10 lines of code, 8 to 10 lines of code, 8 to 10 lines of code to complete this job, guys. To complete this job. Now we are able to do in one line or not. We are able to do this work in one line or not. Are you noticing that point? So that means internally it is doing many things. That is most important, not the remaining code. Remaining things, anyhow, it will come in the flow. But the beauty in the DAO class, entire beauty is there in the DAO class. I hope you realized that beauty was. DAO here, service here. Today I just started one select operation, guys. I will do more persistence operations in coming classes in the same project. Project is not over. Project is not over, guys. Right. 1 minute. But I would like to give internals. I'm very much interested in giving internals. Yes, guys. Internal activities. Now, internal activities. Yeah. Collects the injected data source object from JT. JT means JDBC template. And I'm trying to explain what it is doing internally, guys. Number two, calls ds.get connection to get one pooled JDBC connection object. C creates the JDBC prepared statement object creates the JDBC prepared statement object having by taking given SQL query as the SQL select query as the precompiled query. Recollect your JDBC knowledge. Prepared statement object deals with precompiled queries or not? Precompiled SQL query as the precompiled SQL query. D, guys. Okay. Executes the query and gets result set object. How does that result set object looks, guys? How does that result set object looks, guys? Every result set object contains two positions, BFR, ALR. This is RS. RS means result set, guys. Right. Okay. 21 is the count. Like this, the result set object looks, boss. Like this, the result set object looks. E. Calls rs dot getInt of one method on result set object because required type is integer dot class to get the value and returns that value back to call. Returns that value back to call. Whatever 21 came, it comes to here. This variable is written, that value is written to service class. Service class is returning to whom, guys? Service class is returning to whom? Client application. So client application is receiving and printing on the console. Client application receiving and printing on the console. I hope you enjoyed this. So all common aspects are taken care by JDBC template or not? Okay. Also takes care of exception handling, exception propagation, rethrowing, and closing the JDBC objects. We don't do anything. Everything is taken care internally. Are you getting my point here or not? So tell me, guys, now when you write plain JDBC code in this method, that is like a traveling in bus. You have to take care of hand luggage, main luggage, everything on your own, right? But now writing persistence logic using Spring JDBC is looking like traveling in aeroplane or not? Are we taking care of everything or only hand luggage? Query and result. We are concentrating on these two things, guys. Remaining all common aspects of mine luggage carrying is taken care by airport authority or not? Is taken care by airport authority or not? At least now realized why Spring is popular. Why Spring has become popular day to day. Where is 10 lines of code? Where is 1 line of code, Ra Babu? Yes or no, na? Right. Thank you. When we meet in next class, we will try to do more persistence operations.